Alright, now I know it's been a while since I made a video about Helium 5G, and I know a lot has happened since, but I'm back now, and boy do I have some news for you guys. I'm going to share with you everything that's been happening behind the scenes with Helium 5G, some information that we got on what the price of mobile token will be, new features they plan on rolling out, and an update on how much I'm making. So much to talk about, but let's get into it. Also, make sure you guys stay to the end of the video because I know a lot of you guys want to start mining but don't live in the US. Well, there's a way I found out where you can get these rewards from living anywhere in the world. As always, make sure you guys smash that like button, subscribe if you guys haven't already. I make videos all about money, finance, and crypto, so if you guys are interested in that stuff, make sure you guys subscribe. But without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, first things first, this video is going to be geared more towards the people who already know somewhat of what's going on in the space, or maybe have watched my previous videos and have been following along. So for those of you that are new, I highly suggest watching my other videos first, just so you don't get confused with what I'm saying today. Okay, so the biggest news that shocked everyone, or we kind of knew this was going to happen anyway, was Helium extended their Genesis phase. Now remember, this is the period of time where we're able to earn the most rewards, close to 100 million mobile tokens per day. Now originally the Genesis phase was supposed to end in early November, but just last week it was confirmed that it's actually getting pushed till January. So what does that mean? Well, it means that we have more time to earn these mobile tokens, which is amazing news because the more tokens we can accumulate before the Genesis period ends, the better for us. Now on the Bobcat page, as of today, it says the Genesis phase will end in 97 days from now, which puts it at February 18th, 2023. Now you have to remember that this is an estimate as well. We don't have a set in stone date yet, but one thing we do know is that Genesis phase will continue till Q1 of next year. Also, about 2 weeks ago, Helium Mobile did another call or podcast session where they had the founder of FreedomFi and the director of Nova Labs answering questions and talking more about what's going on behind the scenes with Helium 5G. It was about an hour-long call, and your boy went through it and listened to the whole thing. So if you could do me a solid and smash that like button, I would really appreciate it. But in the call, they actually covered some pretty cool things. Now, I won't mention all the technical things they talked about, mainly because I don't think you guys would be interested in that, but if you guys are, you guys can check it out for yourself on the Helium's Twitter page. Okay, so the first thing they mention is that moving forward, for every active miner online, there will be a speed test done to ensure that your speeds are up to par, because internet is a crucial part to all of this and your speeds have to be good. If not, it'll affect your earnings. Now, I'll put a picture of the speed rankings needed up over here, and I assume a lot of you guys should be good, but just know that if your levels fall under any of these thresholds, your rewards will be affected. Another thing they talked about in their interview was location-based optimization. Now, I talked about this before, but right now during the Genesis phase, you get rewarded for just having your miner online, no matter where it's located. But when the Genesis phase ends, your rewards will be tied to where your miner is located. So if you're in a prime populated area, you'll get more rewards because your antenna is going to be more valuable. And then if you're in a less populated area, you'll get less rewards. Now, real quick, before I continue, I know a lot of people still don't understand the full use case of how all this 5G works, so I just want to explain it again real quick. Now, over the past couple years, data usage has skyrocketed. We have phones, tablets, watches, laptops, and a whole bunch of other things that always need data. Well, our service providers such as T-Mobile, Verizon, or AT&T are struggling to keep up with all this demand. They're constantly having to build these huge, expensive data towers, which cost them hundreds of thousands of dollars each. Now, to install these towers in large cities kind of makes sense because they have a lot of population and it makes it worth their investment. But if you're out in the country, it doesn't make sense for them to install one all the way out there and pay all that money when not that many people even live out there. So that's where Helium Mobile comes in. They can provide data to these providers from the miners that we install in our own home for much cheaper. So these providers get access to data fast and cheap and might not even need to build towers anymore, and we get rewarded for giving it to them. This also kind of ties in with what I said earlier on location-based optimization, because if you have an antenna in an area and these network providers need data quickly, Helium can use your antenna and reward you more for providing that data. But yeah, that's what's happening right now. So hopefully this kind of cleared everything up for you guys. Now in the call, they also mentioned a new feature they plan on adding called mapping, which I also was kind of confused about, but essentially it's like this device you can carry on you and it'll connect to various antennas as you walk around, and then you can get rewarded for it. Now, I'm not sure entirely how this would work, but this is something that was mentioned and I'm sure we'll hear more about it in the future. But that was pretty much everything they mentioned on the call, but 2 days right after, it was announced on their Twitter that Helium Mobile is partnering with Solana on their new phone they're releasing called the Saga. Basically saying this new phone that Solana is coming out with will use Helium 5G as its data source, which is a really big step toward widespread adoption. Now, this phone isn't out yet. It's set to release sometime next year, and not gonna lie, it is pretty steep with the price tag of $1,000 for this Android phone, but I'm sure there's some die-hard Solana fans out there that are gonna buy this phone regardless. Alright, now to the part you've all been waiting for. I know a lot of you guys are curious as to how much I've made mining mobile tokens so far, so I'm gonna go over my earnings for this past month, and just make sure to stick around because I'm also gonna mention some news behind what the price of the mobile token will be as well, so make sure to stick around. It's been about 30 to 40 days since I started mining mobile tokens. I first started with just one antenna and I was making about 25,000 mobile tokens per day, and then I got another one which brought up my total earnings to about 50 to 60,000 mobile tokens per day, and then now I ended up just getting another one which is still pending review, but once that gets accepted, I should be put around 75,000 mobile tokens per day for the 3 antennas that I have. So with all that, over the course of the month, I've been able to mine about 2 million mobile tokens, which is a lot, but you have to remember there's no price tied to it yet, which kind of sucks. But some good news I have about the price is during the interview I was listening to, there was a question asked asking, when are we going to know what the price of the mobile token will be? And then the director at Nova Labs answered saying that the foundation or the team, I guess, that sets the price should determine something by Q1 of next year. So I'd say around January-ish we'd get some more information, which is great news because now we actually have a confirmed timeline of when we'll know what the price will be by. But just for the heck of it, if the token does release at 0.004 cents, which is what everyone is estimating, that would put my total earnings at $8,000, which is not bad at all for a month of doing nothing. And if you guys want the exact miner that I use, I'll put the link to the one I have down below, and luckily for you guys, I was able to increase the discount to $50. So if you guys use a promo code FA50, you can get $50 off your entire order. All you have to do is use the link down below. Alright, I want to take a quick break and talk about the sponsor of this video, Tailor Brands. Now, one thing you have to understand when it comes to mining or anything else you do to make money is that it's considered a business, and it's very important that you stay protected. And one way you can do that is by getting an LLC, and that's exactly what Tailor Brands helps you with. They walk you through step by step on how to exactly set up your own LLC. Now, you can think of an LLC as being the backbone of your business. It allows you to open up bank accounts, separate and protect your assets, and so much more. Now, the thing is, a lot goes into creating an LLC, but Tailor Brands has made it super simple to the point where all you have to do is click a few buttons and you're registered. Not only that, but let's say you want to start up a business. With Tailor Brands, you can create a whole logo, buy a domain, set up business cards, all in their one website. So if you're looking to start something soon or stay protected in this case, Tailor Brands is your one-stop shop. If you guys are interested, I'll put a link to where you can sign up down below, but back to the rest of the video. Now, earlier in the video, I mentioned that I found a way you can mine these mobile tokens without living in the US, because right now it's only available if you live in America. So as you all know, I buy my miners through Helium Deploy, mainly because they have 2-day shipping and just amazing customer service. Well, they actually just launched a service where you can connect with hosts and have them install your miner at their location. So basically, you can start earning rewards from anywhere in the world. All you have to do is go to the website, choose a host, message them, and see if you guys are a good fit. Once you guys are good, you order the miner and ship it to their location, and then they go ahead and install it and take care of everything for you. And then you will get 80% of whatever the miner makes, or whatever amount you guys agreed upon, because it'll be your guys' relationship. So it could be 70-30 split, it could be 80-20 split, whatever you guys agree upon. So basically with this, it allows you to start earning rewards from pretty much anywhere in the world. Now, I'm not saying this is for everyone, but for those of you that have no other option and want to get into mining mobile tokens, it's not a bad idea. I'll put the link to this page as well down below for those of you that are interested, and remember, you can also get $50 off with the promo code with this option as well. Now, there's also another option out there for those of you that don't want to install an outdoor antenna, or you just don't want to share your rewards. What you can do is get an indoor miner. Now, I will say the rewards for these indoor miners are very low compared to outdoor miners, but at least you can get something. I'll put the link to these indoor miners down below as well. But that's all I have for you guys today, and I say this all the time, but to be this early to a project is insanely rare. Not that many people even know what's going on with this, so be grateful you have this opportunity. The only question is, will you take action on it? If you guys have any questions, let me know down in the comment section below, or if you want, you can DM me on Instagram. Like I said, if you guys want the exact miner that I have, I put the link to it down in the description box below. But other than that, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in next week's video. Peace.